Hello and welcome to the G3 Pulse podcast. Joining me today is a returning guest, Alex Iaroshenko, who's the CEO at Betbazar. Alex, thank you so much for coming on again.
It's a great pleasure to be here again. Thanks for inviting me.
So last time out, we kind of did a get to know you type exercise. We discussed Betbazar's unique position in the industry. So what's new? Kind of what's happened in the last 7 or so months?
Position become even more unique. I'm kidding. We are good. We are doing a lot of new things and exploring some new partnership and challenges. Definitely for the past 6-7 months, we've been exploring Latin market a lot. We are participating in exhibition there. We find few people to discover this new market and actually find some new clients to work with. So it's been going well. Other than this, we have a few new partnerships that are coming, a few partnerships that we already have developed. But, it's always like this. You have a little lag between you agree to everything and then between where real sales starts going on. So with some partnership, I'm really glad to explore to see that we are already past this stage, early in the relationship stage. We are in, getting deeper in the relationship and doing some sales and doing some deepened of the product knowledge, let's say like this. In terms of team, we are quite stable. We have few people coming and going, but this is more or less standard process. I can say that I'm very happy with the team we have. So yeah, and we actually are preparing to the future shows. So very soon we'll be going to IGB in Amsterdam, and we're going to Lisbon in September. So this is always require a lot of work, and you do your prep like months and months before to have a successful show.
So that's, whilst they're obviously global in nature, those two events are European centric. So attending IGB Live and then SBC Summit Lisbon, what specific offerings will you be showcasing for those events, and how do they address specific needs within the industry, particularly in Europe?
So it is about showing some new products that we have, some in-house product that we've been developing for some times. It's been now on the launch stage. We launched it with a few clients who we have already, and we're ready to give it like a full launch in terms of sales and in terms of new partnership that might be. So we'll be showcasing this. And we have actually a few new partnerships that is quite unique, quite innovative. So we are working on some AI product that will be interesting in terms of like esports, in terms of like sports. So again, working somewhere in the border between real sports betting and virtual betting or esports betting. Now, like more with the AI theme in it. It is interesting. We want to explore how things goes. But as always, this is the kind of industry, this is the kind of market that you can do it only in the lab. You should go like in the real world and see in the real market and test it on the real people and the real money. So yeah, we are really excited to try this.
And it is kind of pursuing this AI development route something that's been driven in-house, or is it something that operators are asking for and you're responding with?
Based on my experience, I would never say that some operator came to me and say, I want this product, can you make it, or can you find it for me, or whatever. This is always in terms of, we have this, would you willing to try? This is this approach of like offering. And yeah, of course, this is a new topic. Everyone tried to explore it in the way of how this will benefit the business. We know obviously how this benefits the business in some simple ways, in terms of like texts, in terms of like image creation or stuff like this. Here is combination. Here you always had a human factor, or always had some kind of human factor that would affect. I talk mostly about like sports betting. That would affect like final odds, final numbers. So we exploring what is the stretch where there is still AI and what this could be operated by human being. So yeah.
And you touched on before the fact that you've kind of going more into esports as well. Is that something that was involved with the partnership that you signed with SIS? I don't know how many months ago now. Was it to do with their competitive gaming suite, or was it to do with your own suite? What's that relationship about? Or is it mostly more about kind of sports betting and horse racing?
We are very happy, first of all, to have this partner on board. This is the huge company with a great record, and we believe that we can help to expand the number of clients and the territories, and we really think this will be beneficial. So yeah, it will be actually across all the line of products that they have in terms of esports, in terms of horse racing, for greyhounds, and even some lottery. So yeah, while we're working with a partner, we try to take all, because this is like broadening our offer to our potential clients. And generally, I think we discussed this last time, but it's good to repeat that our like main theme, our main topic when Betbazar, I think, is successful is because like we build long-term relationship and trustful relationship with the clients. Then when you're offering them something new, even from the new partner or some new product from the old partner, it always goes easier than, going from the very beginning to the whole sales cycle of doing the contract, then going to integration, then going to all the process. So yeah, very excited to start with this.
And are there any particular success stories or examples of how your partnerships have led to effective and ultimately profitable outcomes for operators?
So I would say, generally, yeah, this is kind of how we do. What I can give you a lot of examples here, because we have lots of clients right now, but it's easier for me to take like in general rather than to say some particular names. So I would say that the main reason why partners and clients, operators choose to work through us and with us is because the kind of relationship we're building. We take responsibility, and we try to be like a loyal partner, not only in moments when everything goes fine. We had huge profits, but this is a very dynamic market. Yet the situation is changing. Some people through our partners for the last year, some of them lost licenses, some of them lost the share of the market and stuff like this. And then in the end of the day, like the difference between good and bad partners is quite thin, but I think that we're partners because when things are not going right, we are there for you. And we have like a unique approach in any case. Talking about anything, talking about like stretching the payment dates or doing this specific adjustment to the product integration that your company need because they have an old legacy platform and stuff like this. We face this every day, pretty much any negotiations. So I think this is the main difference between like general aggregation, yeah, and marketplace, and be like what Betbazar is trying to be, like tailor-made marketplace for their partners and clients.
And also recently, Betbazar celebrated its 5-year anniversary. So whilst we did in the last podcast talk about the history of the company and how it's been built up, I mostly asked Sarah about kind of key milestones and achievements that you'd had, and everything was in a positive light, which of course is how you should be. But looking at it from the other side, what lessons have you learned as a company during this time, and kind of what mistakes have been made to make the company into what it is today?
So it's been sometimes it's been funny 5 years, and using the same example I've been using before in terms of relationship, like you build a relationship with clients, you build a relationship with the partners. Sometimes you are too early in relationship, and you haven't built this trust to do certain things. But sometimes, and within these 5 years, we have a number of partners, and with some of them, we've been, I would say, too long in relationship. It's like a situation when you are, it's better you guys get divorced, but then you have too much things to share and maybe kids and stuff like this. So you decide to stay in this relationship. So definitely it's been funny 5 years. So I'm talking funny because it's better this approach to take when you talk about mistakes. And in terms of hirings, we have different funny stories. Yeah, I got people who invented all the time different diseases when he can't meet the deadlines and stuff like that. Yeah, and in terms of conferences, we've been, going through a very different places to explore the markets, to find our place. And I've been talking to the My team, like we once lived in a hotel when we like even didn't have a toilet in the room and they should be somewhere. So it's like, it's a story that you build with the team. It's a story that you build within the company. It's nice. I just don't want to take this too serious to talk about, all
Yeah.
milestones, like a team and the product and development. Everyone talk about this. Like, come on. Uh, it is fun and it is going quite well still. I'm happy about it.
And in terms of conferences and exhibitions, what have you found to be the most profitable for the company? Because we at G3 we're looking at particularly next year looking at expanding and doing more shows. So we do the main ones, the ICEs, the G2Es, Lisbon, IGB. We started doing iGaming next as well, Sigma Europe. But you've mentioned at the top about doing some more LATAM events and going to all these different places. So is there any particular conferences or exhibitions that you'd recommend we were to go to because they've been profitable for yourself?
Can I return question to yourself? Like you decided to go to more conferences lately. Why you decide this way?
Because gaming is becoming a more globalized industry, and it feels like if you're not going to a show in Latam, you feel like you're missing out. If you're not going to a show in Asia, you feel like you're missing out. It's more a case of almost have these boxes that you've had to tick over the last few years, excluding COVID, and it feels like it's become a bit of a box ticking. Right, okay, we've got to do this, this, and this, and it's less so we need to push out and go and do Latam. So back to you, flip it back to you. Have you found the SBC Rio event to be good or the Sigma Brazil show to be particularly good? I assume those were the LATAM events that you were talking about there. Did you find that G2E Asia was as good as G2E Vegas, for instance?
We haven't been to G2E anywhere, unfortunately, so I can't give an example here. But so you mentioned a lot important thing. Like, is it just ticking these boxes? We were there, we were there, we were there, rather than just having real advantage and using this in terms of pushing your business. I see there is different ways here. So one of the ways you actually trying to explore the market, and it's the best way to go to the market and to see concentrated amounts of dedicated and professional people in the certain industry, like we are doing with Latam. And then you can explore in terms of, like going to the shops or going to in the field. So sorry, I really don't remember what was the conference name in Miami.
Oh, it was the SBC LATAM event,
Right,
and
right.
but
I
now
wasn't that.
but now that's being merged with the North America event and becoming SBC Americas next year, I think.
So for this kind of events, and there will be one in Brazil as well.
Yep.
We are going to explore the market to find the proper people because like this is the way you are doing this, and this is the first and foremost goal. If we manage to find them some clients, if we manage to sign some deals, this is I would say this is like extra, and this is a big goal reached. Yeah. But all big European conferences, this is the matter of how you progress the deals. A lot of deals are progressed by meeting people, by talking to them, going to them in the restaurant somewhere, and this is how you make a real progress. Not only by so you need to have this. Can we name them milestones? Yeah, like between like work in the office and sharing the emails, you need to have this kind of confirmation is like, are you real? Are we still having a deal? Are you want to adjust something? Because there's a lot of cases when someone will meet you and say, oh, our roadmap is full and we are ready in half a year. And we are ready in like next year in 4 months. For this 4 months, you can say, yeah, I'll see you in 4 months and that's it. But things will change 1,000 times before this. So this is about making sure things happening, making sure you're keeping the relationship going.
And it looks like Brazil is finally going to fall this year. I say fall, but go live. It feels like it. I mean, we've been talking about it for a long time, but it
Yeah.
feels like it's about to kick off. Are you ready? Are you fully prepared? Do you have partnerships and deals lined up as and when things go live, or is it something that is a wait and see operation?
Of course, we're not ready. I mean, how you can be ready to something that is happening so fast, and this is about the criteria of being ready. We have few partners who will be launching with the market opening. They have a license or they get a license, and this is how we will know we think is happening. But generally, I can say that we're still kind of early in this market, and I think that this is still not defined if the product we have in our offer will be very popular there. So we can take in kind of careful approach, I would say.
And final one, looking ahead, what are Betbazar's plans for growth over the next 6 months? I presume that we'll probably have our next chat around ICE. So what are the plans between now and then?
So we mentioned a lot, like not to repeat about the Latin markets and about the strengthening of a team. I would say that we are open to, and we're still working now, and we are open to new products to work with. So we are now working with two companies that are actually in a startup stage, and we are funding them to build something, together. And this, I believe, for the next 6 months should be happening more. So I'm telling this and talking about this in every possible interview it's happening. So this is important for us. I think that Betbazar can use their experience and their knowledge for the mutual benefit. Yeah, we are now have a budget to invest in some startups, and if you have an idea, if you have a something that you try on a real clients, we can actually get you there. So make sure to write me on LinkedIn or email through our site. This is all possible, and we can see this happening, this cooperation going. Other than that, yeah, little product adjustment, maybe some new product happening, but you'll see it in the exhibition, I think. Team strengthening ourselves. I think one of the last time that I think that the main strengths of Betbazar generally is it's people, it's team. So we'll be still scouting this. Yeah, this is the future, the near future plans.
Excellent. Alex, thank you very much for coming on again. I appreciate it. And I'll keep an eye out for you next week.
Nice to see you, William. Yeah, we'll see you next week's INGB.
I hope you enjoyed the podcast. If you want to watch more, why not subscribe to our channel somewhere here.